Welcome back. It's the VCT Game Changers Academy presented by Gen.G. And we have one map already under our belts. That was Icebox going to Just to Breathe in a 13-0 fashion in our best of three quarterfinals happening right here for day number 2. So, guys, I think that we had a pretty good break there leading in to our second map, which is going to be Ascent. So let's just jump right into it. Zombie, what do you think here as far as what you've already seen between these two? Ascent, this is Moon Raccoons Black's pick here, and that's going to put Just Breathe. They chose defense. So, what do you think their odds are in this situation going into Ascent?
I'd still be the really pessimistic one. The odds are low. It seems like there's just some mechanical differences, right? And it's hard to say that a map is necessarily going to fix that.
All right. And how do you fare with that, Delta? What can
Yeah,
Moon
uh,
Raccoons Black fix here?
it's gonna be difficult because Just Breathe, they just have their A game ready for this tournament. I mean, yesterday their map on Ascent was a 13-1. So hopefully, Moon Raccoons will be able to string together a few more rounds than that. But Just Breathe clearly has their strats ready for this map.
Yeah, Just Breathe, number 1 seed for this bracket. Moon Raccoons Black definitely getting their reps, their work put out for them here. So we're gonna go into map number 2. If we're ready for that, just get on in and see what the fate will be here. Will this be a 2-0? Will Moon Raccoons Black bring us into a map number 3? Let's find out. Delta Zombie, go.
Be quite the upset if they even took a map at this point, as sad as that is to say, but that is just how good Just Breathe are playing. I mean, Ascent's been a map that I guess Moon Raccoons feel kind of comfortable on, but as I said, it just feels like there's some mechanical differences. There's a couple of shots that are being lined up in favor of Moon Raccoon, and they're just not really hitting it.
Exactly. And I believe yesterday when they played, they had both an Astra and a KO. Yep, we have those coming out already. That just goes to show you how coordinated this team is. It's quite important when you have an Astra that the team is aware where all the stars are going. They have complete trust in Kara as the Astra, and then they already have enough strats worked out for the KO, which we saw yesterday was quite scary. So Moon Raccoons have their work cut out for them. They do have a fairly typical duelist comp with the Killjoy as the Sentinel. So at least there's no, deficiency on that department. They have smokes, they have flashes available to them. And yeah, here's hoping that this approach on the A site will begin things in their direction.
Run things off as the attackers. Maybe they can blitz in, get the momentum that I wanted them to do last time. They just weren't able to. So a couple of ghosts coming in here. Clearly looking to line up A. So Rush already ready to watch out for any B push. I think once the information's received that they're not over there, we'll see more of Just Breathe headed over into A.
Yep, and a star is waiting for them to slow down this push, already getting that information from the knives.
Bungie just dashes right in, kind of leading the charge and also saying, yeah, okay, jump on in, the water's fine. I mean, it's only fine for a while. The sharks are right outside, so it's going to get down and dirty. Kimmy is getting the plant, though, so, I mean, we're feeling a little bit better for him. Snowy, oh, yeah, he's going to get the kill. Kara actually couldn't line up the hits. A little too much was going on. Bungie's trying to secure themselves into hell. And look at this. Look at Delta.
Yeah.
Raccoons got something going. Oh, or not. Oh, did I curse it? Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot Zoe was here.
She's still alive.
Well,
okay.
Recalling my bot. One enemy
not
remaining.
like this. Delta, hold me. Not like this. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Moon Raccoons getting a point on the board. Yes. I'm going to be just biased for a second here, as that is the first point in 13 rounds, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the literal definition of caster curse. But, like you said, being mindful that Zoe was one of the ones left alive, making it that much more risky of a feat for Moon Raccoons. But yeah, they were able to get that point down. We did see a little bit of a mix-up with the KO Molly that wasn't able to shut down the Moon Raccoons push. but a successful round from them nonetheless.
And this one's already starting off pretty damn well. We have a gamble here from Just Breathe. Everyone over on B, and the A site's wide open. It's just completely wide open. There's no hesitation either from Moon Raccoon's Black, totally working in their favor. There's the plant already, and everyone gets situated. All the angles covered. And now I can't believe I'm going to say it, but Just Breathe might have some time on the retake. Have some difficult time on the retake.
Yeah, the drone coming out, making sure and seeing that everyone's going to be coming heaven. So all of the utility spam, making sure that they aren't able to come out.
Oh, Kimmy up on top. Not going to really find any kills, but we do have trades all over. Bungie making it favorable for Moon Raccoons, making it even more favorable. Looking for the last kill. Doesn't quite get it. But only one left over for Just Breathe. Zoe, though. Zoe. All right. Oh, nicely done. Oh, the combo. Oh, tricky, tricky. Nano Swarm on the spikes, always a bit, you know, always gotta worry about that. But then also the shot to end the chance there. There's a chance for Just Breathe, and it's actually Moon Raccoon settling in at the 2-0 lead.
Hey, that is exactly the momentum we need for them to have a fighting chance at this map. We have full rifle round coming out from both teams. And this time Just Breathe not doing a gamble stack. We do have a split approach. All that utility being set up on the A site, while 3 are waiting for Moon Raccoons as they approach B.
Want to be a little bit slower here. So yeah, there was a divide on the defense. And they are going to move in slowly, but still definitely looking for B. Natty not gonna find any picks. It's, I mean, okay.
Okay.
What has happened? What did they drink in between? Was it Michael's special stuff? Did they visit Space Jam? Like, Raccoon's actually hitting their shots. Rush perfectly positioned to take one down with her, but I mean, or for her. But it feels like a different team right now.
Oh yeah, they're looking a bit sharper this map.
They can carry through and actually get 3-0 here. So it's 4-3. This is, well, not anymore.
Last
Say
player
totally doable for Just Breathe in their previous performance, but they are really struggling here, down to just Rush. Not gonna go for it. Yeah, I think just waiting for someone to come to her, and it is going to be the Phoenix. With the blinds, nicely done. Shelzo. 0 in favor of Moon Raccoon. Seriously, Delta? What?
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I don't know. We'll have to get the secret of whatever snack they had before that break. But Bungie, pretty much the whole team doing great work. We saw Snowy shutting things down for that garage push. And they weren't able to make the trade off after that. And the spike ran its way to the B site quite easily. And we see Just Breathe finally having some difficulties keeping up their economy. We only have a judge coming out. Well, you know what? I say only a judge, but Zoe and a judge are meant to be. So that, yeah, there we go.
Oh no, she actually missed the shots! Oh wow, yeah, a bit, you know, at least one you expect, but not so. Now Bungie back with the knives as we goes for the plant. Nope, doesn't actually manage to get it.
One enemy remaining.
Rush comes in to clear up Bungie, take away that knife potential. Down to just Shelzo, 1v2.
Got spike.
Pick up the spike, but not really any knowledge to where everyone is. About to be hit on both sides. Yeah, or not, Shelzo! The clutch and the plants. I'm actually blown away.
I am too. Zoe on that judge, unfortunately unable to get those picks she needed to shut down the push onto the A site, making it quite easy for Moon Raccoons to maintain their site presence. And yeah, we're already at a 4-0. Do have an operator coming out from Milky Way and 2 ultimates available to lock down. They choose to use it to kind of delay any push, but Moon Raccoon's wanting to go through mid. No presence from Just Breathe at the moment.
Which is kind of funny because an operator there is, you know, kind of a cliche. And it's not this time around, so Moon Raccoon just able to walk on into B.
Oh.
And that could be that operator. Snowy takes it down. The trade is going to end up on 44. Raccoon still getting the better kills. Shelzo especially really following through.
Spike planted.
So we probably gonna. Well, I don't know. She might save. Might go for it. There's a lot of time we have to see. But a 1v4. Yeah, I don't know. It's Zoe. She could make magic happen, but the odds are not in her favor.
I guess she wouldn't win the Hunger Games then.
Probably not.
I mean, picking a spot, looking for someone who's being way too overconfident, because, you know, that might start to happen. I mean, if I was on Moon Raccoons, I'd be feeling really confident. But actually, Moon Raccoons, where they are, I mean, moving around, really clearing out of the way of the spike. It's nothing to be... No pickoffs here for Zoe. He's going to be able to save the gun. And I was going to say, I was actually, honest to goodness, was going to say a timeout might be in order for Just Breathe to, well, take a breath and figure out what's going wrong here.
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is a good time before things get out of control because Moon Raccoons are on a roll this map. We see that, well, they didn't end up picking the operator, but they would have had a free one, to say the least. Their wallets are looking pretty hefty. They have 2 ultimates on board, 1 almost on the way from Laisha. And yeah, this is the way you want things to go for this half. Granted, they are on the attack, so last time we saw Moon Raccoon start on the defense and unable to respond to Just Breathe's kind of aggression. But this is you want to push the lead up as far as possible on your attacking half to have a chance to stay in this map and the series.
Yeah, still being on attack kind of gives you, I guess, a little more of that push, that momentum. You can still be the driving force, dictating how things are going to go. Once you have to swap, and it does make a bit of a different pacing. So I'm with you. For Moon Raccoon's Black, it's not that they're rushing and that's why they're winning. And it's entirely fueled by momentum. They really are just, I mean, looking like better players than last game. But yeah, definitely want to extend the lead whilst they can. And they are going to bit through the mid. Ultimately going to end up in A. Oh, Zoe in position in the flank though. We smoked out. It's Natty from behind on the KO that grabs 2. And that timeout might have been exactly what Just Breathe needed.
Yeah, able to get all that information posted up in mid. Ooh. Okay, Shelzo able to fix things in tree room, but Just Breathe do have control of the map at the moment.
Definitely do. The lockdown coming in, I mean, both of them. Snowy is going to pull back and is going to get found out by Zoe, who's all starting to turn it on yet again. Diffuse is going to go down. And there you go. Stopping the momentum with the timeouts, with this reversal of what we've seen in the previous 5 rounds. And it feels odd to say, but finally it's Just Breathe getting a point on the board.
First point for the map. Like you said, the timeout was what they exactly needed. We saw a different approach from them, so they had 3 members posted up in mid, and they got the information of kind of where Moon Raccoons was wanting to plant, and we saw Natty coming up, trying to flank, and able to shut down the push onto the A site. So now Just Breathe pretty full at the moment. 3 ultimates. Zoe was able to get an orb, so even closer. And an ultimate, or not ultimate, operator.
Yes. Yep, very typical location finally coming into play. And Moon Raccoons finding themselves already down in agents. So be really careful about this one. I mean, with the way that they're now firing, I can see, still definitely see how they can make it work. Down to 4 to 5. but also have to keep in mind that operator can be very careful around this particular area. Sneaky sneak. And actually maybe not even play that area. But with that, I guess not really a potential to move through. How are they going to move around this? All the way back home and around over to B.
Oh, that was so close. The Just Breathe was in mid, but their backs were turned.
Yeah. I mean, they got to the point. Moon RACOON's going to be able to get the plants.
Spike plant here.
But now down to just 3. Might be hard to keep that spike alive and well until it detonates, I suppose.
No one walks away.
Oh, okay. The knife able to, or not the knife, the ultimate from KO, trying to make this retake that much easier, shutting down everyone's abilities, making it that much more difficult to defend the spike. So we see another round going to Just Breathe.
Oh, no, you don't deserve my inventions.
Alright, whatever was bothering them for the first 10 minutes, I don't know, it's done with. They are back on it. And that's very scary. I mean, I do think we are ultimately overall seeing more of an even match. Even if Just Breathe kind of had to, shake off whatever rust they accumulated during the 15-minute break. But it is scary to think that they might be back in the form that just 13-0'd you. Like, don't let that crawl back into your minds, because they had a lot of good rounds, and they can still have a few.
Yeah, able to get that information from the dart that A might be the play. Just Breathe already having all of that space in mid and ready for this retake.
Shelzo with the run it back, looking for some free takes. Actually does find one just before run it back dissipated. And Milky Way's got the operator, not going to get the shot, has to dash away. Reveal their location. Wall down. Also is going to just kind of look for a freebie.
Here.
The wall shot's not going to find it, but Milky Way still up on heaven looking for it. It's so scary.
One down.
So we're not going to be allowed in. Now it's only Milky Way and the operator, and that's not going to be enough. RACOONS. This is such an even matchup now. I love it as well. You know, it's kind of a bit sad last time. We were just kind of like, yeah, so 8-0, 9-0. This is the back and forth Valorant that we want.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a much closer matchup than we saw on Icebox. And Just Breathe, even though they had the ability to do the retake, things weren't lining up. You saw Milky holding on to that ob ever so dearly, but once the spike is down, it's very difficult to get the angles you need for the retake. But for the sake of keeping members out of mid, you know, it works quite well.
Have run towards A. They actually have a lot of utility going down. Bungie going to be blocked out of entering the Nano Swarm. Milky Way again on heaven. Not quite getting the shots this time around. Still alive though. Still there playing threatening. Zoe takes down Shelzo to put, let's see, Just Breathe in a good position to get onto A side as well. Some trades going down. Ultimately favoring Kara, who brings Mount back down to 2. My words a little bit. I'm too excited about this matchup. Snowy and Hell actually gonna find 2, and the spike diffuser is killed. Now we got a 1v1, but Leisha.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, that's what the plan was. That's what the plan was. Amazing. No chance. No chance of the defuse. Might be able to pick up the kill, and not even that. Nicely done.
Oh, I felt it coming. She was just trying to line up the kill with the Hunter's Fury. Didn't end up with, you know, the full kill, but at the end able to clutch that out. Another round going to Moon RACOONS Black. Wow. I mean, like we've been saying, this feels like a different team. Just Breathe hasn't been able to respond as well to their aggression as we've seen before. Even with having the information available with the knife,
Right
for
here.
like right now, they know
You
that
should
A is
run.
pretty clear as they put the knife down. So all the members will be heading to the B site, waiting for this dueling lockdown.
Check a little bit what happens. Despite all the lockdowns that can result in just a lot of passiveness, we actually had a lot of kills go down. Moon Raccoon coming out just a little bit of ahead. Still need to get on a site, still need to plant that spike. There it goes now. They also set up the defense here. It's gonna be Natty. Gonna do something. No utility left over. It's all about the shots. And that's gonna make it difficult to actually enter into the sites. Looking for some wall shots. Doesn't find anything. Oh, Kimmy is so low. Misses a couple of the shots.
Last player standing.
Still, maybe. Oh, no. Moon Raccoon not able to actually take those two down. They force themselves in there, you know, almost through force of will. They get onto the B site and get the defuse.
Thrifty.
Recovering it.
Hey, that was a good round coming out from Just Breathe. I did like the knife that was kind of regenerated up there at the end. It was so helpful in helping with the retake because the knife was essentially shutting down the abilities for the attackers. So unable to dash out of there, for example, or use any utility against them. And yeah, able to bring it up one round. It seems like they do have the Cosmic Divide also available if they want to, you know, slow things down for Moon Raccoon's Black, as they have this momentum going onto the A site.
Definitely slow things down. I mean, if they choose to use it right now, slow and steady, waiting to see what Moon Raccoon's plan is. Bungie has been leading the charge, as Jet rightful to do so, but now with knives as well. Easy pick off on Milky Way. Dash over, have a different angle, and look for anyone who's poking their heads out as well. There's a run it back, actually, get some scouting done. And there we have it. Moon Raccoon's onto the site. Snowy takes down Zoe. Time. Bungie still looking strong with the knives, looking for one more rush. Oh, did you see the managed to dodge out of the way.
I'm able to get the spike down to women's advantage.
Silence.
Rush, able to get that wall bang. Wow, that's amazing.
Pretty sick. Bungie not able to finish off Kara, but Shelzo does so for her. Now it is only Rush, who has managed to avoid being headshot by knives, and now, I mean, should it manage to get the defuse that easily? And no, they will not. Shelzo cleans it up, and now we have Moon Raccoons up 8-3.
Last round before the switch.
Yeah, I thought things were going to go the way of Just Breathe because we saw Zoe back in her, you know, lurker kind of state. But it seems like they're starting to get a feel for it. Moon Raccoons is not going to let her just flank through and shut down their pushes that easily. So they were pretty much ready for her. So let's see, Just Breathe, and we'll have to think through some new plans. So he is on the Judge again, which again spells trouble, but things haven't been going their way this map.
Now they kept on to the Astra ult, so the divide could still come down. I mean, Rush also now with the Hunter's Fury. A lot of things that could either buy time or really interrupt Moon Raccoons once they're all clumped together on a site, which they're about to enter into B. Actually, we have Just Breathe, Zoe, back there with the Judge. Already getting 2 kills, still alive, dodged out the shock. And that is going to be Kara picking up 2 as well. And they won a flawless. And it wasn't even because of their ults.
No, it was Zoe and the Judge. Helping out, keeping Boathouse, making sure no one enters. Oh yeah, doesn't even need a rifle to do that. So, quite a powerful weapon in her hands. Nonetheless, trying to make sure that that half wasn't as desperate. So we do have an 8-4 score line. That's not too bad of comeback. Now that Just Breathe are on the attack, we've seen how aggressive they are in general. So, I don't know. We'll see if Moon Raccoons in this new form for this map will be able to counter that aggression.
It really is funny that Moon Raccoons is able to do so well. Like, statistically, and there's not too many, stats on their actual map plays, but Just Breathe actually looked quite good on this map, and on the defensive side in particular, if that's where they're losing the most. So yeah, we'll have to see what this new Moon Raccoons will look like against Just Breathe. On the attack, Bungie going way far forward. Gets the dash out of the way. Let Shelzo take control, and she does. Gets the one, blinds the other. Not going to pick up the kill, though. Puts it at 4-4. But the spike's still over near A. It's actually Carr leading the charge, seeing what's going down over on B.
Right, we do have Snowy waiting with that utility. The turret will be able to spot them out, signaling that the site might be B.
Is
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Zoe. Not exactly leading the charge. The entire team kind of spills through. Snowy is the killjoy. Is the lone defender.
30
Doesn't really
seconds
work out
left.
that way. Now just means that it's going to be Just Breathe with 4 members with a spike planted, setting up defensively. As Moon Raccoons try to come in here and see what they could possibly do.
Here.
Trading on the health. Kills quite yet. Seems very difficult to actually enter in here without much of the utility, and it's proving very difficult for Moon Raccoons. As finally we see some kills go down. 1 for 1. Everyone just
Last player
injured. There has been so much spraying and firing. Finally we get the cleanup. It's 3 members of Just Breathe. Super weak, super unhealthy, but actually going to live through that round.
Yeah, we saw the power again of KO. The new agent having the knife come out during the retake. Retakes are very difficult doing it, pretty dry. Typically need a flash or paranoia, something or other to get you onto the site, but that ability was denied. So Just Breathe able to bring it up another point, buying up 2 SMGs and taking things a bit slow like we saw the last round. Full sends, unlike Moon Raccoons, which is already going down catwalk.
Exactly. Pushing very aggressively. He's gonna find Kara, and Kara's like, what the heck? All alone
Spike
over here.
down
Couldn't do my
A.
thing. Sorry, mate. Now the spike's also been found out because of that sneaky catwalk. Starting to get actually trades on every side. Milky Way gets dinked a couple times, but ultimately lives. And we are going to have the spike once again picked up, headed over into A. 3 members left alive for Just Breathe, as they will be able to plant. Let's see what Moon Raccoons Black has to say about it.
Spike planted.
Yeah, they do have, well, no Killjoy utility, no Omen utility available for this retake. Not spotted out with the dart, but, already in a good post-plant position to defend this
Last
fight.
player standing.
Always caught just a little bit behind without any of those utilities to actually let them into a site. It's just, you have to hope that the defending team pokes their head out in error. In that case, it was every one of them gonna get away from that spike detonation, so couldn't get any pickoffs there. But yeah, there's not much else we can expect from Moon Raccoons in those particular positions, which means that Just Breathe gotten up to 6-8, and now most of the momentum on their side as well. Perhaps just both teams really favoring the attacking side of this map.
Placing alarm bot.
That's what it looks like. And we saw almost pretty much a scary start to the round with Astra. You have the vulnerability of being in astral form. That's why it requires a very well-coordinated team to make sure that you don't have a member caught out like that. And Moon Raccoons was able to capitalize on that. But at least Just Breathe was able to regain control of the spike quite easily and win that last round. Rather than the aggression we've seen before, they are taking their time, which I do like. Making sure to see if they can get any picks, gather as much information as possible. We see the spike starting to go to B, and Moon Raccoon's getting some information that garage is clear. Didn't spot anyone out, so hopefully they don't rotate too quickly. But yeah, it looks like B will be the site for Just Breathe.
Certainly at this point. A little bit of hesitation, don't know if there's anyone anywhere. And now we have the rotate for Moon Raccoon's Black as they realize, yep, B is going to be that site.
30 seconds
Wildfire and seeing smokes going down. Not finding any success for either player there. Shelzo finally takes out Zoe. Her out of the equation. The spike has been planted. There's still a decent amount of time left for Moon Raccoons to try and think of how they're going to get the retake here. Some utilities left over this time as well. Not for Laisha, unfortunately. Kara on the Sheriff looking for some kills, gets injured instead. And there is the push from Moon Raccoons with all 5 of them left over, just down to 2 of Just Breathe. Kara able to get 1 kill before going down. And that was well done from Moon Raccoons. They come out of there alive with 4 of their members, made that retake look almost effortless.
Yeah. It's important that they were able to win that last round. If, you know, you lose when the team's on a bonus, it just starts to make it difficult for your economy. So a sign of life for Moon Raccoons. Still up in a lead, but Just Breathe. You can feel the momentum. You can feel that they want to win this map. They want to make it a 2-0, clean things up. But already Moon Raccoons having aggression, already out of garage.
I like it, you know, if it works. Zoe's able to take out the run it back. Shelton's not gonna have that second life, but Bungie picks up 1 kill. Not gonna get the shots on Zoe there. Maybe an opportunity, but not so. And they are gonna, that is Just Breathe, gonna play a little defensively, realizing what Moon Raccoon's Black was trying to do. Pushes back in, finds Shelzo look in the wrong direction. You know, we didn't actually have Moon Raccoon's Black eagerly move to one position or another. They actually kept their places. So still a solid enough spread for what is now 3 players left on the team. As it looks like Just Breathe now headed towards A.
Well, that's gonna be a bit rough. Snowy has all of that utility waiting for them. Oh, never mind. You have the ult coming out, shutting all of that down, making this push quite easy.
Yeah, that does make it a little bit easier. Poor Killjoy is just like, am I a joke to you? How do I exist?
That KO, man. Just making things look easy. And even though it's expired, they are in their post-plant positions. But the utility from Killjoy able to now be used, but not having much luck in connecting.
Not, but Moon Raccoon's Black, we're getting some pickoffs there. Laisha actually about to find new attack. Not quite, but Kimmy able to finish Zoe off and actually get the defuse. I really feel like Moon Raccoon's Black is going to force this to a map 3. As much as Just Breathe, they're able to kind of shake off what was happening in the first 5 rounds. They haven't gone back to just being so much better. You know, that last map was just so different. They're actually finding a very difficult team to play against now.
Exactly. Just Breathe, we saw on Icebox. The rounds were ending awfully quickly because they were just full sending onto site, using their utility to make space. Whereas this map, it seems like they're doing things a little bit slower, allowing Moon Raccoons to have aggressions on the push out of garage last time, and yeah, making space on this map.
Very swift moving to B here with the knives. Actually takes quite a few and doesn't even get the kill. Snowy's still alive, not able to capitalize on the extra little bit of life she was given. Hopefully doesn't eventually take it down. And the plant will happen on B.
Spike
With
planted.
everyone from Just Brief still alive. But Moon RACOONS shown some skill in the retake here. And now it's Bungie who's got the knives, although not really successful with them. Hey there, it's back down to the guns. Shelzo coming in, helping Bungie out there. Cleaning up the players as Alicia takes down 2 as well. Nicely done. Spike near it. The time is starting to run out. Getting really worrisome. Zoe's got a sheriff, not finding any shots, not finding any kills quite yet. So it's actually Laisha who takes down yet another. Finally falls, but Zoe, the last woman standing, can't she stop from happening. She will get the kill. First Spike will detonate, but dang.
Wow, okay. I was counting them out for a second, but why would I when Zoe is the last one standing? They were pretty much saving that last round, so at least able to build up the economy in that sense. And yeah, whew, I can't believe she was able to clean up with those sheriffs. That's impressive. That's the kind of stuff we will need to see further on to stay in this map. But Moon RACOONS already pushing. What?
Grab the kill. Not gonna find the second one. Anyway, takes down 2 in revenge. This time around, all right, Kara finds another. I mean, it's actually already a 2v4 in favor of Just Breathe. We're headed over towards A with absolutely nothing there. There's no utility, there's no players, so that's going to be a plant for sure. I was going to say, RACOONS Black seemed to be suppressing Just Breathe for a little while, and I was like, you know, last round, maybe if Moon RACOONS Black had some more time, they didn't have to rush it, they would have eventually gotten that defused, but, well, then the shots started happening, the kills started happening, and 2 to 4... it's difficult for anyone. So can Snowy start things off? They're both headed up into heaven. Gonna try and get some free pickings there. Wall bang. And that would be nice! That would be nice! We did knock Laisha a couple times. Ooh, if they can find out where everyone is. Laisha does have an ult. Question is, do you actually use it in this situation? One person was, the second one at 30 and 4. It's just so hard to account for everyone, right? And Zoe will clean things up, and that is going to be another point on the board for Just Breathe, tightening things up here, 8 to 10.
Okay, yeah, timeout definitely going to help to make sure that they can close things out. But that last round, the retake from Moon RACOONS was definitely going to be difficult. And yeah, Laisha did have, for example, a drone and a dart available, but when you're down that many members, it's difficult to try to seek that information you need on your opponent's whereabouts when you have bullets flying in your face. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to use the kit to her full potential, but to say the least, Moon RACOONS are still in a very good position. They do have the Hunter's Fury lined up, a lockdown, kind of make sure that no one enters a site, or at least making a retake that much easier. So things are still in their direction, but Just Breathe. Let's see, 3 ultimates available. And yeah, also some vengeance on what happened the first half. So we'll see if they're going to be able to close the gap.
Feeling that it is going to happen. I mean, this is going to be a tight race no matter what happens at the end, who actually gets the winning point. But as you were saying, you know, it is still Moon RACOONS Black with a couple more things going their way. Some more credits in their bank, as well as, well, like, ultimates, past tense nowadays. Now that was already combat happening. Milky Way is going to find someone on the exit.
Oh no.
Wow. 2 players detained. Bungie not able to pick up anything there.
heart attack. She's literally on either side of their split push. But yeah, unfortunately unable to get a pick. Spike down, time is ticking. Everyone already in their positions, and there's a Hunter's Fury available to defend the spike.
Yes, I mean, that was nice to find the Jet just walking around, but in that 2-4 situation, the pressure of the spike as well, yeah, not really anything to be done there. So Moon RACOONS Black, you know, just gonna let this one go. Keep hold of their guns. And it's gonna be ever closer.
Yes, there's only 1 point in between the teams. Moon RACOONS opting to save their weapons. That's a good call, 'cause their economy is in a bit of a rough spot after losing those rounds. And Just Breathe, again, having a bit of the advantage in terms of the ultimates available. Having those knives, Milky, she did miss a few, but they've been impactful nonetheless. And again, a Hunter's Fury available for them to defend the spike if they're able to get it down.
Okay. I mean, it might look, I mean, it is a little bit tougher here for Moon RACOONS. Down to 3 sheriffs and 2 rifles. As their shots have actually been hitting, I have a lot more faith in that. Very slow through the middle. Very slow indeed. Milky Way, as pointed out, has the knives. Also has the rifle out for now. I think it's a lot of information gathering. And what they've seen so far doesn't make that middle look tempting anymore. They're going to start slowly pushing into that A. See if Moon RACOONS Black pick up on it. I think they have.
Oh, Zoe. Okay, Zoe doing lurking things again.
You know, previous rounds it was 4-2. And that was difficult for Moon RACOONS Black. Now it's 5-2. So it doesn't get any easier for Moon RACOONS. Are they just going to again back off and save the guns? They actually think they can do something. I mean, they have some utility on their side, sure. But again, the spike's already planted, so anything they do is going to feel rushed. I mean, if they were trying to get the defuse, I'm not really thinking that they are.
Last player standing.
Looking for a couple of headshots with the sheriff. Didn't really work out there for Kimmy. And now Shelzo. Yeah, it's just going to fully back away at this point. Because I do believe Just Breathe might be on the hunts. So,
yeah,
in the right direction. Let's see how this goes. Shelzo may be able to pick up a couple of heads. Nah, it's going to be a flawless for Just Breathe. As they tie up the map.
Really wanting to hunt her down, try to damage the economy as much as possible because we're already at a tied game. So things are even at the moment, trying to do as much damage as possible to get any advantage you can to take over the map. Hence the timeout. Moon RACOONS understand how vital these next few rounds are. And Just Breathe, like we were saying, they're such an aggressive team, definitely tend to favor the attacking side, hence the comeback.
Maybe. I'm trying to think of what Moon RACOONS Black can do here. I mean, they've been in kind of a disadvantaged situation the past couple of rounds to begin with, so there is that. Perhaps with some better guns coming in here, but it is Just Breathe who have the ults once again. Rush, very conservative with the Hunter's Fury. Hasn't, I guess, had to use it. By the time they've got the plant and they're all situated, they've already taken out so many of Moon RACOONS Black's members. You know, you don't have to buy any time. You don't have to, waste your ult. They've still got a couple more rounds to go, and they've only tied things up. Like this is still a very close match. Even though the momentum has definitely swung into favor for Just Breathe.
Right. And Moon RACOONS continuing a bit of a spread out default approach. See so much killjoy utility, trying to anchor the B site, while the rest trying to gather information through mid and the A site.
This slowness in the last couple of rounds. I mean, when it gets going pretty quickly, but the start's always slow. I mean, hey, it is a bit of a sign of both of them really now respecting each other. Just Breathe could be a little more cavalier in the last map. Certainly not this one.
Yeah, definitely no risky plays, no heroin plays coming out from them because RACOONS have been a formidable opponent for this map.
I feel like the momentum gathered from the first round, 5 rounds, is dissipated at this point. RACOONS Black.
Oh?
Gonna try and trade out in the middle, and it does go favorably for Shelzo. Takes out that fearsome Zoe.
30 seconds left.
It goes so loud.
Nowhere to run!
Ah, there we go. There it is. Milky Way coming in from behind. Kimmy wasn't even paying attention. Kara does get the plants. It's 4-4. And a tied score. Things are tight. Bungie comes in, though. Gets 1, gets 2. Looks for the third, doesn't quite grab it. But Shelzo run it back. Is going to get taken out. Yes, but can they come back in here and take out Kara? It's 2-2. It's awfully close. As well as the spike taken down. Rush takes out Snowy. All down to Shelzo, and it's not going to be good enough. Officially, Just Breathe has taken the lead.
They have, but that felt rough. It wasn't the effortless Just Breathe we've seen before. They had to invest the KO ultimate as well as the Hunter's Fury to try to just get onto site. And with that, burning those ultimates that they would need to try to close this out, they do, actually were able to get the Cosmic Divide and Jet's knives. But, and there are... RACOONS are on a save round, so they do have the advantage going into these last few points.
This makes me a little scared. Oh boy. Really it feels scary when you get to these points, these higher points, doesn't it? Shell's already being taken out, doesn't feel so great. We got the Divide coming down here to make things very difficult. Right behind it. It looks like RACOONS Black. I mean, they're situating. They even have their jet with Bungie coming in. Oh, easy knife to the face there. See if anything more can be done with the knives. Alicia gathers the int, or at least tries to. They really got very much. Bungie not able to find anything extra, and just 1 member left from RACOONS Black. Now, as you mentioned, there's the cleanup there. Save. Right, so that wasn't really the most hopeful round for RACOONS Black, but now it is the last round. So whatever they've got left, it's going to be an operator. It better be pretty damn good.
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is... Just Breathe were able to bring it back with beautiful plays like that. We saw the Cosmic Divide make their approach on the site quite easily. And also, they used KO's knife to be able to block any utility usage. So it's beautiful. No bullets through, no abilities through. So making it near impossible to do a retake for RACOONS. So beautiful plays like that are what gets you to this match point.
It's been a tougher road than expected for Just Breathe, but they are looking for the last points. They're already on A, going for the plant. There it is. The timer has begun. The operator not really able to do anything to slow them down. They're just forced to straight up get the kills. And everyone in position. Leisha gets some information. But anything can be done with that information? That is the question. Operator's really trying to do something. Bungie looking for any heads whatsoever to try and just pick someone off to let a little more wiggle room into this site. It's not happened yet. Everyone's still alive. Things about to change though as Shelzo grabs 1, but then 3 of her teammates get taken out. Grabs a second, but not checking behind her in hell, and that is going to be it. Kara cleans it up, and that is Just Breathe with a 13-10 score, 2-0 overall in the series. But man, that was much tougher than expected.
Yeah, definitely not the effortless approach we've seen from Just Breathe before. they made it quite easy through the group stages, doing a perfect set of group stages, and then we saw a 13-0 map. This time around, RACOONS able to put up a fight, and a good fight nonetheless, but unable to close it out in the end.
It's just a really tough team. I mean, I know, the brackets are going to show that 2-0 in favor of Just Breathe, and people are going to be like, yeah, of course, right? But that map, man, you really got to check that out. Give respect to Moon Raccoons Black for recovering from the first map, 13-0, and getting here to bring it all the way up to 10 points. I mean, that is excellent for them. But this is single elimination. Fortunately, it is the end of their run, and Just Breathe will move on in the playoffs, which we'll talk more about after the break.